Hello, welcome to another tutorial in Arcview 10.0. In this time I'm going to talk about how to create a quick map in this application. First of all, I need to pretty much explain a little basics on this. This is Arcmap 10.0, about to be 10.1, and there's two ways that Arcmap displays data, and it does it in data view and layout view, and this is one of them. We are in the data view mode right now. We have our table of contents, and here's the name of our uh, data frame, which is layers. But if you double click on it, oh yeah, you can just click and you can call it something. If you wanna, you can rename this. If I can type one day, it'll be great, huh? Don't you think? Let's see, and then you can just click away. Now this is our data view, and here we're going to list all the layers that we add to the project. Now we have our toolbar, which is the ones you are going to be used to interact with the data frame over here, and over here we have our toolbars for the layout view. Right here is how you can toggle between the layout view and the data view. Alright, now what else I can tell you about this? Oh yeah, first we are going to add some data in data view, so we click oh, by the way, and also another easy way to do is by having your catalog table over here. So I'm gonna just start that with by clicking up here in catalog window toolbar, icon, and you see sometimes, I don't know, if sometimes appears docked to your interface, others it's not docked. You need to dock it yourself. So if this is your situation, grab it from the blue part and just come down here. Once you grab a toolbar, oh wow, even double clicking does it. I didn't know that. So let me just take it out. Let me see, double click. Oh great, you don't even, you know what, just double click whatever I was gonna say by double clicking. Alright guys, and this is where our the different folders, it shows you the different database servers, database connections, yes, or whatever you have at your disposition. In this case, I want to access data that I have already in my computer, in my C drive, so I'm going to click on my folder connection that I created previously. I know it's in the desktop one, and there you go, ArcMap shapefiles. Double click on that, and I call it shapefiles, intuitive. And then I have three layers right here, so I'm going to grab them all, and I'm going to just drop them over here, and usually they get placed in hierarchy. Like it'll be first at the bottom will be if you have an image, if you have a polygons, lines, and then probably dots and other data probably. Let's add a database so we can make this more interesting. So come up here to the add data icon, but next to move to the right, there's a little arrowhead pointing down. Click on that. Add base map. Okay, once you have the window, select Bing Maps Aerial, click Add, and there you have it. Now let's change. I'm gonna zoom in using my data view tools. I'm gonna just zoom a little bit, and I'm gonna play with the colors a little bit to make it more interesting to my personal taste. Whatever I like, you might not like, so it's okay, it's cool. Let's do, probably on this I will just turn this black, and I will make it the outline width 1 to 1, and I will click on that. Okay, now I'm gonna make it transparent, so I come into my effects toolbar, which if you don't have it, you can right click and onto this area up here and look for effects, which is here. Just click on it and it will, it will enable it. Another way to do it, just come up here to the customize pull down menu and toolbars, and there's the list. Alright, so in this case you need to tell which layer you want to apply transparency. In this case is the parcels and study area. You come then to the right, adjust transparency, you click that, and I'm going to give it like a 59%. Nah, that's too much. Maybe I will pick another color. Let's try a green. As I told you guys, this is gonna be kinda quick. There you go, and then click like that. Looks interesting. The building footprints, I'm gonna turn those into, probably give them a red color. Yeah, something like that. And the outline, let's turn it probably darker, like that. Click OK, and I'm gonna give it some adjust the transparency on that, and I'm gonna give it probably a 40. There you go. Now we also have this street center lines uh, data feature, so I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna probably, yeah, red will do, and I'm gonna just turn it into thickness. I don't know if it's too thick for you. You can always come back and adjust it. We want something more subtle. Let's go with that. So it's a continuous line. All right. Also, we know, when you know if so you know when you have data or a property or attribute table on a uh, in a feature set or data feature, you can always use one of the you can always label your features on the map choosing in a specific field. In this case, I want to use a full name for the street, so I will use that one. All you gotta do is just come right here, right click, label features, and there you go. It's giving you those. This was picked by default, so let's say would it show something else. The way to solve that is to come here to right click on the name of the data and go into properties. At the layer properties box, go into the tab labels and text string label field full name. This is the one we want, but we could pick another one, and that's what's gonna, let's see, speed limit, apply, and there you go. We have the speed limits. There's 45 here and 25 over here, but that's not what we want. So in this case, what we need is just come back to properties, and it's actually full name. That's the one that we need. So full name is right here, and then you can always, if you're like me, probably you already went to start playing with the labels. In this case, I have one created called street name 3. So I'm gonna pick on that one, and I'm gonna apply it, and this is what it looks. It looks insane. It looks too big to your taste. Just come back, properties, and change the size to 10, for instance, so it's less. And let's refresh this view by coming down here to refresh. Oh, it's not. There you go. Finally. Now, right now it's above the line. If you want to, you can show it, on top of the line. We can always come back and do this and go into placement properties and click on that label. Buffer. Now this is not the right, where it was. Well, I think that's a label feature the same way. Display full name. I think I'm wasting your time. I thought I knew where to play with that. Let's see symbol. See if it's somewhere over here. Well, I think that's gonna be a topic for another tutorial. Let me come over here. Oh, placement. Sorry. Horizontal on the line. There you go. And go OK. Apply. And it should appear right on top of the line. It's taking a little bit more time. Eventually, it's working. There you go. Right on top of the line. So there you go, guys. Now, let's say now we're ready to move into, we got our map and everything. We got all the data that we would need to show. And what we need to do now, we need to toggle to the layout view. And think of the layout view as like the paper of your map, where you're gonna print your map. Okay, I need to show you that if you able to see this little outline, that's like the safe area. This is what's gonna be printed on your paper. So you can grab these handles and probably enlarge or stretch out a little bit more so you show more area. Now we pretty much got this, and we got some blank, some areas that are not covered by our parcel layer. So what we do, probably we can decrease the size of the parcel, the scale, so we can probably type 3600, and we still, and probably move it. So if you there you go. Now it shows green and everything. Kind of looks nice. Now you can just click away. See, if you double click on your data frame, you will be looking at data view from the layout view. I don't know if that sounds confusing. I hope not. Anyways, let's click away. Now let's insert, for instance, the layout view. It's another, you work with the map layout elements such as the titles, north arrows, and scale bars. along with the data frame, which is the meat of this. What are we going to be showing on this map? And all of them are arranged on this page in the layout view. And actually, you work in page space. Let's say could be inches or centimeters or any unit. This is real world uh, measurements, all right, or units. So if you have this is letter size, but you can always come, let me see if I don't missed it. You can come here to the view, and I don't know if we can, give me a second. Data frame properties, general, no. I think you can come down here and page and print setup, and you can start playing with the size. Now if we want it to be landscape, we click on that, portrait. We can pick the size of, let's go into tabloid and go, okay, it's 11 by 17 and we want it to be landscape, and there you go. So you can actually add another view over here, make a copy of these, or create another study area by create another data frame. Well, this is one data frame which is called study area, but you can copy this if you want to, or add another one. So it's like new group layer. Let me see if it works. Okay, so bear with me. No, it didn't. So I'm gonna just remove, and let me see if add data, and I don't know if it's gonna ask me. No, it's not gonna ask me anything. Let me just cancel out. Let me try here. Insert data frame. There you go. Finally, man. It's trial and error sometimes. I don't remember everything. I'm getting old. Data frame, and then you created a new one. This is really cool because you can actually probably, I don't know, probably drag and drop. Let's see. Yeah, drag and drop. And oh man, it just added. Oh, I know, because we don't have that. Let's add this and right click, zoom to layer, and it's gonna zoom to it really quick. There you go. And it's right below it, so we need to move it up. And there you go. So we got a little enlargement here. So this is how you can do this. Now let's add some map elements. Like for instance, we can titles, and we can call it probably study area 1, and it gets placed over there. So let's put it over here, double click on it, change a symbol, and as I told you, I already created a bunch of this that I kind of like for a different sorry, I'm gonna just give it a different size, probably 40, and apply. Study area 1, and then you can add your for instance, your north arrow. Let's pick this one, and sometimes they're really slow, I mean small. You can just drag and resize if you want to. You can place them to the best. You can double click on them and probably change the color, and then apply. Then you can add, for instance, a legend, and that takes a little bit of time if you want to insert a legend. Let me see if it's doing it. I don't know if it's working. Let me try one more time. Legend. There you go. You can actually because I see what's going on, because we are working on this one, but if you click on this one and we insert the legend, it's gonna give us all these options, which are, let me just remove them. You gotta pick them over here and move them to the legend items like this. Alright, and then go next, and then it tells you what to call it. I don't know, a lot of people likes to call it symbology, and probably, you know what, let's stick with that and probably do a preview. Well, let me do preview. Well, never mind, go next. And then if you want a border, you can pick it over here, or a background if you want some colors, a drop shadow, you know, right here. So all these options are for you to test, play with. Go next, and there are more stuff around it. Just play with it, just keep on going, and then I usually I just go like this. Now let's say there's an error over here. Instead of you going back and fix everything in the symbology, what I do, I just right click, convert to graphics, and then right click again, and then ungroup. This is just a little trick I learned. You know, now you can go back and everything gets exploded, so everything is back to its own element. So let's say this is still group, so right click and group. Now you have the text to play with and you have the symbology to play with. But this is one trick. Well guys, I'm not gonna keep bothering you. I think you already got the idea how to come up with a very, remember, it has to be inside your view, your safe safe view safe area or something. I don't know what, I don't know the order, but there you go. Now let's say you want to print this map, or you can either create a, you will need to export it either to going up here to file, export map, and then you can start selecting formats. You can either EMF, EPS, PDF, BMP, JPEG, PNG, and give it the resolution that you want it to be. So if you pick a PNG, it's going to ask you for, this is the actual pixel width and height. So if you go low, let's say 150, it's pretty good. It's good size, good resolution, so it's up to you. And save it to your location. So I won't do that, guys. Well, this is how you do a quick map using arcmap-arcview. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. I hope I can bring you another useful tutorial in the future. Thank you. Take care.